Picture this. A soldier is critically wounded in a remote combat zone, hours away from the nearest field hospital. Internal bleeding is setting in. Time is running out. Suddenly, a heavy-lift autonomous drone cuts through the smoke and lands right beside them. It doesn't just drop off medical supplies. Instead, it deploys two sleek, high-tech robotic arms. Miles away, inside a secure command center, a world-class trauma surgeon puts on 3D glasses, grabs a pair of master controllers, and begins operating in real time. Through the drone, they stop the hemorrhaging, patch the wound, and extract the shrapnel, saving a life before the evacuation team even arrives. It sounds like a multi-million-dollar Hollywood sci-fi movie, or a secret Pentagon project hidden deep inside DARPA. And if you've been scrolling through tech YouTube or medical news recently, you've probably seen scripts and headlines claiming this exact system is already out there, saving lives on the battlefield. But here's the blunt truth. It hasn't happened. Not yet. No drone has autonomously flown into a war zone to extract shrapnel from a human being. The viral stories you are reading have overstated what has actually been publicly demonstrated. However, what is true might actually be even more fascinating. Because while that specific battlefield scenario is currently a prototype, the company behind it is very real. They are disrupting a multi-billion-dollar medical monopoly, and they just proved their tech works over a jaw-dropping distance of 20,000 kilometers. Welcome to the real, unhyped world of medical robotics. Let's look at what's actually happening. To understand where this drone surgeon myth came from, we have to travel to New Delhi, India, to the massive Bharat Mandapam complex. This is where an indigenous Indian medical robotics company called SS Innovations hosted their global multi-specialty robotic surgery conference. The event was packed with global medical pioneers, including Dr. Fred Moll, widely considered the father of robotic surgery. And it was here that SS Innovations founder, Dr. Sudhir Srivastava, pulled back the curtain on a lineup of futuristic concepts designed to decentralize surgical care. This conference is the epicenter of the internet hype machine. During the event, the company showcased four distinct pillars of their ecosystem. First, SSI Mantra, their flagship surgical platform. Second, SSI Vimana, the headline-grabbing drone system. Third, SSI Mantra, a highly portable telesurgery console. And fourth, Project Operion, a modular mobile operating room on wheels. When these announcements hit the press, the internet did what it does best. It blended them all together, took the most futuristic concepts, and talked about them as if they were already fully operational in active combat zones. To separate the science fiction from the science fact, we have to look at their flagship platform, the one that is actually in hospitals right now, quietly picking a fight with the biggest medical monopoly on Earth. For the last 2 decades, if a hospital wanted to perform robotic-assisted surgery, they basically had one option: the Da Vinci surgical system, built by the American company Intuitive Surgical. Da Vinci has completely dominated the global market. It's an incredible piece of engineering, but it comes with a massive catch. It is astronomically expensive. A single Da Vinci system can cost a hospital upwards of $2 million, not including hundreds of thousands of dollars in annual maintenance and proprietary single-use instruments. For hospitals in developing countries, rural areas, or mid-tier cities, adopting robotic surgery was economically impossible. Enter the SSI Mantra. This is not a concept. This is a highly successful, commercially cleared reality. Instead of a massive single-cart design like Da Vinci, the Mantra utilizes a modular architecture with 3 to 5 separate robotic arms. This gives it a much smaller physical footprint, allowing it to fit into standard operating rooms without a complete structural overhaul. It supports everything from general surgery and urology to complex cardiothoracic procedures. But its real weapon? Economics. While exact pricing varies depending on the country and contract, the SSI Mantra is designed to be a fraction of the acquisition and maintenance costs of its Western counterpart. and the medical community is responding. The SSI Mantra has already been installed in over 200 hospitals across 11 countries, crossing a massive milestone of more than 10,500 successful human clinical procedures. So when a script or an article tells you that SS Innovations is a major player in medical robotics, that part is 100% accurate. The foundational technology is proven, regulatory approved, and actively taking market share. But what about the drone? Let's look at the viral claim that shook up the tech world, the drone surgeon. This refers to Project Vimana, officially called the SSI Vimana Aero drone system. Let's break down exactly what this technology actually is, because the engineering behind it is brilliant, even without the internet exaggeration. First of all, the drone is a delivery vehicle, not the surgeon. The drone itself does not have a medical degree, and it doesn't use AI to decide where to cut. The Vimana is an autonomous, heavy-lift transport drone. Its sole job is to fly into a high-risk area, like a natural disaster zone or a forward military position, and land safely. Once it touches down, the drone deploys a highly compact, specialized payload. 2 miniature robotic arms featuring 7 degrees of freedom, equipped with micro 5mm surgical instruments. The system is designed for trauma stabilization. It's meant for clamping bleeding arteries, performing chest decompressions, field suturing, and yes, potentially extracting shrapnel to keep a patient stable during the golden hour before an evacuation team can get there. But, and this is the crucial detail the hype cycle missed, the arms are entirely controlled by a human surgeon sitting miles away at a portable command console. Most importantly, the SSI Vimana Aero is currently a futuristic concept under active development. It is a prototype platform shown at a conference to outline the company's roadmap. It has not been deployed by any military, it has not seen active combat, and it hasn't operated on a wounded soldier in the field. Company timelines suggest it will take at least another 1.5 to 2 years of rigorous testing, hardware refinement, and intense regulatory scrutiny before a system like Vimana could ever see real-world field deployment. So, if you hear someone say a drone is out there pulling shrapnel out of soldiers right now, you can gently correct them. It's an incredibly promising look into the future of military medicine, not a current reality. But wait, if the drone relies on a remote surgeon, is long-distance robotic surgery even possible? Or is the communication lag, the latency, too dangerous for a live operation? This is where the reality catches up to the hype. While the drone isn't in active service yet, the telesurgery technology behind it absolutely is. SS Innovations recently shocked the medical world by completing the world's longest-distance robotic telesurgery. A surgeon sitting in India successfully performed a complex cardiac lima takedown on a patient located in Guyana, South America. That is a mind-boggling distance of nearly 20,000 kilometers, or 12,500 miles, carried out over specialized, ultra-low latency network connections. They also demonstrated cross-border telesurgery, connecting a surgeon in Perth, Australia, to a patient in Indore, India, spanning over 4,500 miles. To make this global reach practical, the company introduced 2 other pieces of the puzzle. First is the SSI Mantra, a highly portable, decentralized surgeon console. Instead of being anchored to a massive hospital infrastructure, this console is mobile, allowing a specialist to log in and operate from almost anywhere with a stable connection. The second is Project Vimana. This is an operating room of the future, built entirely on a mobile, wheeled chassis. It features a zero-footprint architecture, meaning all the robotic components are suspended from an integrated overhead system rather than cluttering the floor. This gives doctors 360-degree access to the patient. Just like the Vimana drone, Project Vimana is a showcased concept aimed at expanding surgical access rather than a system deployed at scale. But combined with their proven telesurgery success, the blueprint for mobile global medical care is officially locked in. When we look at the whole picture, the truth earns a very solid 8.5 out of 10 on the accuracy scale. The hardware is real, the company is highly successful, and their flagship robot is actively saving lives and cutting healthcare costs globally. The only exaggeration is the timeline of their battlefield drone and mobile operating rooms, which are brilliant prototypes rather than active military assets. But why does making this distinction matter? Why shouldn't we just lean into the sci-fi hype? Because the real story is actually far more important. Healthcare is facing a massive crisis, a severe shortage of specialist surgeons in rural communities, conflict zones, and developing nations. Historically, if you needed a world-class surgeon, you had to transport the patient to the hospital, a luxury that time, geography, and poverty often steal away. Technologies like the SSI Mantra and future concepts like Vimana and Operion are flipping that entire equation on its head. Instead of moving the patient to the surgeon, they are building a world where we can move the surgeon's expertise to the patient, anywhere on Earth, via a fiber optic cable or a drone delivery payload. That is a paradigm shift in human medicine. It doesn't need internet exaggeration to be revolutionary. The reality is doing just fine on its own. What do you think? Would you trust a surgeon operating on you from the other side of the planet? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more real, unhyped tech deep dives, and we'll see you in the next one.